angles, we are actually going to talk about this rule as well. This is called the exterior angle theorem, where the inside two angles add up to equal that exterior angle. Okay, so D equals A plus B. Rearrange this equation to express A in terms of B and D. What is it asking? Okay. Okay. It sounds very confusing. Like, what is express A in terms of B and D? It sounds really weird. All you have to do is just read the first. Express what? Express A. So that means you want A equal. Okay. So that's what it means. It's just, I want to rearrange it so that it's A equal. So I want A on one side by itself. So recognize this writing. This is a term. This is a T. Okay, recognize this wording because you will see this a lot. Express this in terms of that. Express that in terms of this. Okay, so express A means A equal. So if I want A by itself on one side, what do I have to do? What am I moving? Angelina? Move the B. Yeah, move the B to the other side so that it's away from the A. And when I move it, I change the sign. Okay. And guess what? That's it. Alright, because as I said, I'm not solving for a number. I am only rearranging the equation. It's already A equal D minus B. That's it. Remember, this is the same as rewriting it like this. It's the exact same thing. Okay. So B, circumference of a circle. Who remembers the formula for circumference of a circle? No? Not pi r square. I was gonna say that a lot. Right. Okay. What is pi r square? Area. Right. So every time I talk about a circle, that's all you guys remember, pi r square. Remember the other one as well. C equals 2 pi r. That's the circumference, perimeter of the circle. Rearrange the formula to isolate r. So what do I want? Rearrange to isolate r. So which means I want what equal?
So the 2 and the pi go on the other side.
Right, that means I want r equal, which means 2 and pi goes to the other side. Now notice here, I did minus b. What about this time? Sophia?
Divided by 2 pi.
Divide, because this is 2 times pi times r. So when you divide it, you divide. Yeah, the opposite is divide. And you can divide both at the same time because 2 pi is just 2 times 3.14, which is 6 point something. A lot of people get confused with this and think c divided by 2, and then what about the pi? And then they divide again, and they have like a stack of fractions. So you're just dividing both at the same time. So if I were to rewrite this neater, r equal c over 2 pi. Okay. And then last one, area of a square. So formula for area of a square is A equals L squared. Oops. Okay, I want to find the length. Okay, isolate, okay, rearrange the equation so that it's solved for L first. Okay, so I want L by itself. What's the opposite of square then? Square root, right? So to move the square over, the opposite is square root of A. A. Yeah. So if the area is 32, So length equals square root 32. That means the length is square root 32, 5.66. What's my unit here? Ivan? Centimeter. How do you know?
Is that centimeter?
It says centimeter square here.
Because we moved it around.
Right, because area is centimeter square, so length is just a centimeter. Good job. Let me just zoom this up. Okay, so for A and B, I wasn't able to get a number answer. All I could do was rearrange the equation. Why was I able to get a number answer for C? Is because I gave a number. Okay, last one. So this example you're actually going to use a lot in the next chapter. So the equation y equals mx plus b. Rearrange this equation to express x in terms of y, m, and b. So Titus, rearrange the equation to express x in terms of y, m, and b. So does that mean I want x equal? Does that mean I want m equal? Or does that mean I want b equal? What does that mean? Which of the variable am I solving for? Okay. Max?
So x equals to y minus b, and then the difference over n.
Good. Okay. So again, the terminology right here, the wording, the confusing wording, express x. So that means you want to have x equal. So when we solve it, just like what Max was saying, we have to still do it in order. We have to. So Max, what did you move first? Did you move the m first, or did you move the b first? Right. Good. You subtract the b first, just like how we were doing when it was numbers. So y minus b equals mx. Okay. Again, I'm still trying to isolate the x. So my next step is to move the m. And how do I move the m? Okay. M times x, so opposite is divide. Okay. So if I were to rewrite this neater, x equal y minus b over m. Okay. Now I know that this is sometimes people find this a little confusing because they're not used to rearranging equation. You guys have been taught to like solve for the equations. Alright, so for example, I have all these different color pencils like this. How many pencils? How many pen or pencils do I have here? 4 of them. So all I'm doing is I'm just rearranging the order of these pens. Alright. No matter how I arrange it, how many of them do I still have? 4. Yeah. Okay. So that's the purpose of today's lesson. I'm not changing anything about the equation. I'm not changing how many pen or pencil I have. I'm just putting them in different order. Okay. So that's it for chapter 4. You've learned everything you need. For the rest of the class, please work on page 19 and 20. Yes, page 19 and 20. It is this math is a little different. Okay, so make sure you do try it. You haven't worked with rearranging equations before, so please do try it. And then on Monday, we're going to get into the review. I want to do homework check on Monday. Right, so chapter 4 homework check Monday, test Wednesday. Let me write that down as well. Homework check Monday, and the test on Wednesday. Okay.